Hey guys, what's up? I'm Alana, and today we're doing a rewind of Watch Dogs 2. First things first, obviously, it is set in San Francisco, or more specifically, the Bay Area. It's not one-to-one scale, which you can kind of tell by looking at the city. Just Alcatraz there, that's cool. But it's supposed to be like a Toy Box theme park version of the city, I guess. And it does actually look really culturally accurate, which is impressive. Like, here, you see an actual homeless person, there's litter on the streets. It's a strange thing to highlight, but it feels like an authentic version of San Francisco and not just a pristine version. So for anyone who lives in the Bay Area or Northern California, it's going to be super exciting to get to explore an authentic rendering of the city. Probably more drones in this than there is in actual San Francisco, though. This is our first glimpse of DedSec. This is the hacker organization that our main character works with. Here you can see a gun actually being 3D printed, so that's cool. Apparently when you finish a mission, you'll get like some kind of loot, or maybe it'll be scattered around the city, and you can use money and then the loot or parts or whatever they are to make weapons. So that looks really cool and fits the whole vibe of vigilante that DedSec are going for. That's Marcus right there. That is our main character, Marcus Holloway. Born in Oakland, now does hacking stuff in San Francisco, and in the front of this frame right here you can see his RC jumper. So that is, or I assume that's what it is a remote control camera, I guess, that seems to be able to jump and can also, I'm not sure, maybe hack people. I guess we'll have to wait and see a little bit more about that. But this is some DedSec stuff, lots of hacking, parties apparently. CTOS 2.0, it's the same system that existed in the first Watch Dogs with CTOS. This one is upgraded, not sure how yet, but it basically is how they hack everything so easy. Everything's really connected because it's all under this one operating system, CTOS 2.0, and DedSec have apparently figured out how to get into it somehow so they can just overtake everything very, very easily. How convenient. Parkour here, there's a lot of climbing stuff, so it's going to make it a lot more fun to get around the city, I think, is the idea of that. There's also boats, we have sailing, AT&T Park. This here is DedSec hacking a TV news station. Apparently the idea that DedSec is like a kind of trolling organization, and they attack people with memes and humor, whereas, you know, in the first Watch Dogs we had Aiden Pierce, who was a lot more insular because he was dealing with a revenge story. Marcus Holloway, our lead in this game, and DedSec are a lot more playful and kind of socially impactful, so it seems like from the get-go it's going to be more likable, I guess. More familiar, maybe. Noodle, I think that's supposed to be parallel to Google there. Some servers, more DedSec. So that right there is DedSec getting followers. Apparently, instead of getting XP when you complete a mission or an objective, an operation I think they're called, you get followers, and followers are like your XP. You need to have a certain amount of followers to do a certain thing, and whatever the end of the game is going to be, I figure might need you to have 1 million followers on DedSec or something. So it'll be interesting to see how that actually works out. And that right there is Marcus's drone. So like the RC jumper, he also has a drone that he can remote control and fly around the city. There we saw a vehicle getting hacked. I assume that he did that and it didn't just drive off the road. Apparently they've really fixed a lot of the driving mechanics, and also every single vehicle in the game is hackable. So that's really exciting. We should be able to create some awesome collisions and also hack a vehicle to give you a getaway, that kind of stuff. We'll see how that turns out though, I guess. Here we can see Marcus is on his computer instead of being in combat, and apparently that is because you can finish the entire game non-lethally. So you can finish the game without ever actually killing anyone. Don't have explicit confirmation on that just yet, but it seems like that's the direction it's headed in, so you might be able to get through the entire game just with hacking and stealth, which is really cool. So there's a lot going on here. Really excited to see how it fares in comparison to the first Watch Dogs. I really hope it's not disappointing. For more on Watch Dogs 2, stay right here on IGN.